Oh, I'm frozen. Give me 1 second. And we are here with some Phoenix Wright. I made a sticky note for where we left off last time because it was kind of abrupt. I had a headache and I was late. So here we continue. We are looking for Edgeworth. He is finally going to be around. So, uh-oh. Oh, no. Nothing happened. Everything's fine. Okay, so we move. Go to the guard station. Move again. Oh. We need to go to the underground parking lot. Move again. There we go. February 23rd, High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202. Hey. Ah, yes. My apologies. Oh, it's you. I don't remember what voice I had for him. Uh-oh. Yeah, let me fix this. Okay. Accidentally nudged the webcam earlier. Okay. Oh, it's you. Bellboy. Have we met somewhere? Huh? I'm sure he sees people every day. Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave. So long. Oh, huh. I need chopstick. Is Edgeworth here? There, standing by the window, a teacup in his hand. Oh. Right. He has the hotel bring him tea service? Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the district prosecutor's office inquiry? I am. By the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for you. Oh, he found us already. Ah, yes. He brought me the latest information, it seems. What? Really? Was it helpful? Apparently, a new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me somehow. The real info is on the other side, Edgeworth. Oh, he left a weird note. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I think this whole thing is really taking a toll on him. Let's chat. So, how'd the inquiry committee go? Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during the investigation. Concealing evidence? Oh. Yes, apparently there are some who believe that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You're lucky this time. Again. Again? I've heard them say that so many times. Ever since that case 2 years ago. Are you okay for the trial tomorrow? Well, I'm still prosecuting attorney, however. Something happened? They gave control of the investigation over to the police department. The police department! Yes. Any further investigation for this case will be directed by the Chief of Police, Gant. I can do nothing but wait for his results. I see. That sucks. Why, I ask you, why? All along, I've done only what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still. Wow, I've never seen him this out of sorts. Oh, so we present things now? Right. Oh. No. Something new, maybe? ID card record? Or this? No. Edgeworth is so nice being like, I'm not looking at this. Oh, right. I better check this now. As I was saying, Wait, what's this? A record of ID card usage? Edgeworth, you went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less. Yes, that's true. Why, Mr. Edgeworth? Please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go by Chief Gant, no less. Oh, the Chief of Police? He wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year ago. He told me he wanted to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. But it was solved, right? It would have to be if the evidence was already filed. The chief is never one to explain himself. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here. Can I ask what kind of case it was? I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case. Now I'm curious about this other case. Better make a note of it. Stubborn as always, I told you this has nothing to do with the current case. Huh. Oh, no. Let's... No. Also, can we talk about this? Nope. Maybe... No. So... Nope. The autopsy report. No. Maybe this thing? Oh, right. I better check this now. As I was saying, Wait. What's this? Oh, wait. Whoops. Whoop, I already repeated. I thought I clicked on something else. I thought I clicked on this. Nope. I guess we go back to Gumshoe. Oh, she's gone. Let's see, is there anything else here? Maybe. Oops. Whatever. Okay. Police department. Move. Let's try guard station. Evidence room. Where is everybody? Is there anything else? Let's look at this. A piece of white cloth is sticking out. Looks like a shirt. You'd better tidy it up or it'll get wrinkled. Hey, don't look at me. I didn't leave it hanging out like that. Whose is this? Oh. Okay. Alright. Edgeworth. What do I do? Edgeworth. Let's go back here. Maybe this? No. I'm just gonna quickly go through this quickly. Do it quickly. Nope. Okay. Nope. Oh, okay. I know you. You've probably got a hold of some information already, right? It all has to do with that case you were on, the SL9 incident. And some dark suspicion you are wrapped up in. You are the man who revived the worst memory of my life. I figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later. Aww. He must be talking about his father's murder in that elevator. Okay, Edgeworth. Why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth. Oh. Here, let's just keep going through the items. Nope. 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 Oh, that's interesting. More than one item can trigger. That's kind of cool though. It shows it's all connected still. Each of these items would make the same reaction. Okay. That? No. So the jar, rubber glove. Oh. Nope. Okay. Talk. Allegations of forgery. The SL9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of the investigation was Deputy Chief of Police at the time, Damon Gant. That wacky old coot was involved with the case 2 years ago too then. Yeah, his beard kind of looks like a clam shell or a scallop shell. It's like he's Oshawott. He puts it back on his chin. It says throwing star. So he was a top officer. Oh, he was a top officer, and it was my first time working with him. I was nervous. Well, you get nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth? What I want to know is why was a chief of duty, a deputy chief of police on the investigation? In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal.
We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, blood would be on my hands. We won our guilty verdict, and our killer was executed.
Wait, you didn't?
Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code, and I follow it faithfully. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something.
But my sister? What?
If you are still studying forensic science, science.
Huh? Yes, of course. Why, just today, Mr. Wright and I were using this. I was like, yep, used 3 bottles already.
Luminol testing fluid, Well then, you might have use for this.
Oh, Edgeworth, thank you. My man. Aluminum powder for taking fingerprints. Oh, it's aluminum powder. I never knew what that was.
It's been chemically treated for better adhesion.
Oh, it's so sticky. For me? Are you sure? We're the enemy, you know. 3 bottles and underestimation. I've coated the entire garage with luminol. I've contaminated every surface. All the fingerprints are gone. Washed away by the luminol.
I have no say in today's investigation. Do as you will.
Edgeworth, I'm really...
No need to thank me. Here, take your powder and these fingerprint files for everyone involved.
Thanks. How about giving these to Detective Gumshoe as well? Wouldn't he have his own, like, Gumshoe? I don't know. Well, let's keep going. One last investigation. Yeah, Simon picked up the water, yeah. Right. I do seem to remember seeing a suspicious handprint somewhere. Many handprints somewhere. Let's see. Okay. Nope, that's it. Okay. Handprint. Court record. Let's see. Oh. Ooh. Okay, where can I use it though? I guess we do have to go to police department. Look at the handprint. The blue badger is still writhing around today. Oh god. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say he's dancing. Speaking of dancing, the whole police department has been dancing around like crazy since yesterday. Or can't I take out his batteries? I just can't help but feel he's going to do something naughty. It's like the elf on the shelf. Okay, so that handprint doesn't matter. Guess it's just gumshoes, right? Go in there. Wait a minute. I go here. Anything new? Oh. Beyond that door, a whole new world awaits us. A whole new world. Right, the evidence room where the murder took place. And our ticket to this new world is right here. Get the visitor's ID we borrowed from the chief of police, I'm guessing. Right, let's leave this saloon behind us in the dust. She's definitely the impressionable type. Nope. Oh, February 23rd, evidence room, sector 3. Numero 3. Okay. Thought it was gun at first, but it's fireworks. Just very sharp sounding. Our investigation turned into a suspicious handprint. Here, in this blood on the detective's evidence locker. Let's use the secret weapon we just borrowed. Right, let's get started. First, choose a finger. Any finger. A finger? Each finger leaves behind a slightly different imprint. So let's choose the finger that will have left behind the clearest prints, like the thumb. I really can't tell the difference at a glance. Quit procrastinating and choose a finger! Oh. Okay, now it's time to check for prints. Let me show you how it's done. Emma's starting to get that sparkle in her eyes. First, we sprinkled the aluminum powder around. Huh? How do you do that? With the A button, see? Ah. It looks like that did the trick. The aluminum powder adheres completely to the print. Once the powder is well spread, just blow away the excess. I remember in the DS version, you could blow into the microphone and blow away the excess. But now, we cannot. With the X button. Exciting, I know. Imagine you're blowing out the candles on a birthday cake. See? Wow, that looks like fun. It might take some getting used to, though. It's fine. It won't go up your nose or anything. You just pour the powder on thick and blow away the extra. Those are the basics of fingerprinting, Mr. Wright. I guess I'd better give it a try. I'm gonna use your whole stash. Bruh, look at this. Cocaine Bear would be proud. Ah! You did it! You found one! It's powdered sugar. Like Cocaine Bear did not die in vain. But this looks nothing like a fingerprint. Now that you mention it, I guess it doesn't. What does it mean? I think it means we're out of luck. What the fuck? It's a potato print. Out of luck? The person who left this amber must have worn gloves. Oh? Oopsie daisy. Don't tell me we've been wasting our time here. Hey, calm down. That's just the way it goes sometimes with scientific investigations. But it does seem a shame. While we're at it, why don't we look for other prints? Other prints? Looking at the locker again closely. It seems like there are fingerprints outside the bloody handprint as well. Let's see if we can find a clear print. Fingerprints outside the blood. One right here. Yeah. Alright. We are having some powdered donuts tonight. Okay. Hey, look at that. Let's fill it all in. Fill it all in. Oh my god. You cannot see it. There. Yay! A print so clear it's dazzling! You're welcome. Butterscones. Shit. Dazzling? Anyway, this print took a lot of effort to find. Let's match it up right away. So we're not done yet? This is quite a process. 3 bottles gone. Well, there's no point in finding a fingerprint and not knowing who the owner is, right? I guess she's right. Look at the fingerprint data we got from Mr. Edgeworth. And put out the person you think left these fingerprints. Okay. Huh? How am I supposed to know who it was? I could make a pretty good guess. The bloody handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? That means the prints are probably don't have anything to do with our case. So whose fingerprints would we most likely find on this evidence locker? Not Gantz. Not Meekins. Not you. Maybe Gumshoe. Yeah, that's Gumshoe. Aha! So these prints belong to Detective Gumshoe. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? I'm taking a screenshot of that. You give me this, so what, look. I guess that's probably because I was thinking, so what? Okay, so we came up with nothing this time, but there's always next time. Okay, Emma. Thank you. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. You gotta roll with the punches, Mr. Wright. Thanks for the sympathy. Wait, if I remember correctly, there was one other handprint in this room. Let's check it out. Slide to the left. Slide to the right. Slide to the left. Crisscross. Okay, I can't do it that fast. Okay. Zoom in. This is where we got a luminol fluid reaction, right? Cha-cha now, y'all. Right. There is a handprint here. Okay. Wanna try using this? There go her eyes sparkling again. Check for prints. Okay, let's check for prints. That's the spirit. Oh, but I have to warn you about something first. What? The area with the blood was wiped away, right? We only ended up finding it using chemical means. Any prints in that area will have been wiped away too. Oh, right. So that means no prints. Would you say the probability of your hypothesis is high? Don't ask me. Anyway, we must try to find prints that weren't wiped away. Like we have to find something. Prints other than the ones left by the bloody hand. Probably, I guess this one? No. Oh, it's making me dust. Why isn't it dusting? Dust. Where am I supposed to... Oh. Okay. I ran out. Yeah. I had to up my stash. At least you can do this actually like really quickly. Okay. Oh, it's not done yet. It's like when you blow off the extra flour and you're like, wait, I actually needed that flour. Yeah. Now. Ta-da! Get. Okay. This looks really like Gantz. I'm gonna try comparing. Nope. Okay. Oh, let's try this one. Let's see. Oh, it's him. Yep. Hey, these fingerprints. They... Whose are they? Whose? Is it someone I know? It's Officer Marshall. Huh? Officer Jake Marshall? Uh-oh. That's gotta be a coincidence. He's not involved in the crime. Emma. You poor, sweet summer child. This is decidedly different from Detective Gumshoe's prints. The luminol reaction. The blood and the fingerprints are in the same place. Gasp. Oh! Oh! So we have Jake Marshall's fingerprints on a wiped bloodstain. Whoopsie doodle. Cut himself shaving finally. But why would Officer Marshall? It looks like our investigation is finally turning up some results. I guess this is what you'd call decisive evidence. Gasp. I don't believe it. That's weird. To be continued, and we will continue next time on Dragon Ball Z. Okay, let's keep going. February 24th, 9:41 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. So what do you think, Mr. Wright? I think the prosecution is as confused as we are. After all, the victim was murdered in 2 different places at the same time. And a different suspect was arrested at each of the crime scenes. Lana! Good morning, Mr. Wright. I apologize for yesterday. I was indisposed. I hope they didn't hold you too long for questioning. We just finished, actually. I'm used to all-nighters, though. So, how'd it go? It's as Mr. Wright suspects. The police are clueless. I figured as much, so I struck a plea bargain. A plea bargain? What do you mean by that? We agreed that if I told them the truth behind this simultaneous murder, they wouldn't seek capital punishment,
That's what I mean, Emma. But Lana, don't tell me you... Much to my regret, I'm as much in the dark about this as they are. Miss Sky. We found trace evidence of a certain person in the police department's evidence room. They belong to Officer Jake Marshall. What kind of trace evidence? Blood and fingerprints! Blood-stained fingerprints, to be exact. That's the trump card I have up my sleeve today. You do understand what this means, do you? In order to defend my sister, you're going to accuse Mr. Marshall? We have to play the cards we're dealt. Isn't that right, Miss Sky? Do what you have to do, Mr. Wright. February 24th, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 9. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is... I'm afraid you'll have to clarify. It takes 30 minutes by car to reach the police department from the prosecutor's office. Yet the victim, Bruce Goodman, was slain at both places at the same time. But that's not physically possible, is it? What's more, I hear the victim from the evidence room just disappeared. Yes, and the body eventually reappeared in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car. Wow, this is one messed up trial. One of my duties as prosecutor is to present impartial evidence. Today, I will present evidence relating to the murder at the police department. In so doing, I believe the way in which we should proceed will reveal itself. Now that's what sets Mr. Edgeworth apart. He sounds so on top of things. Even though he doesn't know what's going on himself. And that's supposed to be an admirable trait? Very well. Let the trial resume. On the day of the crime, what exactly transpired at the police department? Mr. Edgeworth, you may call your first witness. Excuse me. Doing low voices makes me yawn. May you call your first witness of the day to the stand. For its first witness, the prosecution calls the suspect of the murder that occurred at the police department. The suspect? You mean the so-called murderer? Ooh boy. Things are getting wild from the get-go. Oh God. Will the witness please state his name and occupation? Yes, sir. I'm Officer Mike Meekin, sir. My occupation is, that would be murderer, sir. Buddy. So you're telling us you're a professional killer? Sir, it was me, sir. I'm the one who did it. I'll never kill anyone again, sir. You gotta believe me, sir. I'm just like imagining him as like the most pathetic puppy that like you just got really mad at them, but they still kind of walk towards you with like flapping their little feet. And they're so happy to see you, but they're pathetic. Sir, I'm what would you call part of the younger generation, sir. A person whose actions adults can't possibly comprehend.
Please, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Help us, sir. Help me, sir.
Officer Meekins. Yes, sir. Give us your report of the crime. Consider that an order. Yes, sir. As you wish. After all, I'm part of a generation that must be told what to do, sir. You can't fault him for a lack of enthusiasm. Oh, crime report, sir. Although it's not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard the evidence room that day. I spotted a suspicious man on the security screen and I rushed into the room. I was only doing what I was trained, sir. I was suddenly attacked. I fought for my life, then I did it. After I passed out until another officer smacked me awake.
So the victim, Detective Goodman, attacked you?
Do unto others before they do unto you. Oh, buddy. That's the Meekins family motto, sir.
I see. Then you fainted and a colleague helped you gain consciousness.
Yes, sir. He knocked me upside the head, sir.
Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
Oh, sorry. What I need here is more info to work with. Hold it. Mr. Meekins, you work in the General Affairs Department, do you not? Yes, sir. I'm in charge of hiring new recruits, sir. Yikes. Now there's a scary thought. Evidence transferal was taking place on the day of the crime, which meant many officers were given special tasks not ordinarily performed. I was in charge of guarding the Blue Badger, sir.
The Blue Badger?
Yes, sir. The lovely police mascot created by the chief of detectives, sir. I was to ensure it wasn't broken during the transferal process. That was my sole mission for the day, sir.
Oh, buddy, you fucked up so bad. I see. Sounds like a very, important mission.
After the award ceremony finished that day, there were so many people running around that I relocated the Blue Badger into the evidence room.
Oh, so that's why you went to the evidence room.
Tell us, what did you see when you got there?
On a man.
So in order to enter the evidence room, you need an ID card, am I correct? Precisely, sir. I have one right here around my neck, like a little preschooler. So then, your ID number should be listed on here, right? There it is! I found it! It's the one right here.
Could you please read us the number?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's 4989596. That's my number, sir. I see. Huh? With the number
4989596 is shown as being used twice. Oh, yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Please explain, witness.
It's no real mystery, sir. The first time is when I relocated a blue badger to the evidence room. And the second time was when I went to go get him after everything settled down. I see. So it was during that second time when... Yes, sir. That was when I spotted the man on the security screen. I was only doing what I was trying to do. So you were attacked. Can you tell us exactly what happened to you? It was a knife, sir. A knife! Detective Goodman pulled the knife on you? What happened then? Well, with me charging in on him like that, he looked as surprised as I was. You weren't exactly the kind of person someone would want to run into. That's when I reacted, sir. I swung my arms like an octopus, struggling to detain him. That's how I got this gash on my hand. Maybe if you just kept your cool, your hand wouldn't be... When I saw the blood trickling down my arm, I panicked. I grabbed the man by his collar. Fought for my life. What exactly do you mean when you say you did it? I know I don't look the type, but I'm really into kung fu films, sir. Aww. The man let his guard down for just an instant, so I snatched his knife from him. You took his knife? I spun around and performed a disarming maneuver. I made sure to close my eyes like a man. See. He must have been desperate. The next thing I knew, I was... his white coat was drenched in a sea of my blood. And then the next thing I knew... Yes? He punched me right in the face, sir. And then my shoes fell off. After I passed out... About what time did you regain consciousness? No offense, sir, but how am I supposed to know that? I was unconscious. Oh, right. According to the report from the officer that woke up the witness, it was about 5:30. Okay, I need to check my blood sugar now. I literally gotta program the device with my current blood sugar by pricking my finger. Once I get this stuff out. He hit me right on the head, too. And punched me right in the nose. I woke up crying tears of pain. Ouch. Okay, blood. Ooh. It's I just kind of licked the spot and it's gone. That's nice, or I mean it's nice that you've recovered, that is. When I came round though, I made sure to finish my mission, sir. Your mission? Yes, sir. The Blue Badger, sir. I returned him to the entrance before things got out of hand. Well, we can all rest easy now. I believe we now have a fairly accurate picture of what happened.
Yes, Your Honor. Only one thing remains unclear. Was the man this officer murdered really the victim?
He's got a point. Yes, Officer Meekins?
With regard to that, sir, take a look at this. It was sent to my jail cell. Chief Gant delivered it to me just this morning, sir. The chief delivered it?
What's that? A videotape?
Yes, sir. That's absolutely right. A videotape, sir. It contains footage from the security camera in the evidence room.
Oh.
What? But I specifically asked if there was such a tape. And was told it had been mistakenly erased.
That's quite a mistake.
I just do what I'm told, sir. It's the only thing I'm really good at.
Looks like communication with the police department is as good as ever. Well then, let's have a look. Show us the video of you murdering the victim.
Oh, please stop using that word murder, sir. It scares me.
A video of a real murder. Just what are we getting ourselves into? Okay. Needs a man's dancing. Okay, there's Goodman. I noticed the locker in the corner didn't have something sticking out. The glove fell out. He didn't notice. Okay, it's still not something in that locker. Alright, Meekins. Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright, I hate the security camera. So the blood was Meekins' blood. And something sticking out. Yep. Oh, I love it when they do the eyeball quiver thing. Well, I believe we're all thinking the same thing. How can we deal with these unsettling feelings stored within us? The stupid badger.
What the hell was that wriggling piece of plywood? Sir, that's the pride and joy of the entire criminal affairs department, sir. It's the blue badger, sir.
Why am I not surprised this isn't going smoothly? Yes, well, anyway. This tape seems to prove that the witness did indeed encounter someone in the evidence room and sort of oh, Your Honor.
Your Honor, instead of relying on clearly incomplete footage, the witness's testimony will suffice. Is that all right with you, Officer Meekins? Yes, sir. As you wish, sir.
Okay.
His face can't be clearly seen in the video, but there's no question that the other person was Detective Goodman, sir. I mean, he opened the locker, which required Detective Goodman's fingerprint to do. The locker he opened is unquestionably Detective Goodman's locker, sir. So it must be him. No one else could have unlocked it.
Unless you have a skin suit. What's this about a fingerprint?
Each detective has been given a locker, equipped with a fingerprint-activated lock. These locks ensure that each locker can only be opened by the detective it belongs to.
Intriguing. That would mean the victim at the crime scene would have been Detective Goodman. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. I don't know where this cross-examination will lead. But everything begins with contradictions. That's where I have to start. The mystery man. Okay. Tell me, were you able to get a good look at him? At the face of the man who attacked you with a knife? So, sir, if you must label people as being seen or not seen, the man's face, I believe I would be classified as the latter. The latter? But you were standing right in front of him, were you not? More to the point, you are the person who fought him, aren't you? Oh, yes, sir, but I didn't get a clear look at his face, sir. I'm not the kind of guy who looks directly at people when talking with them, you see. Same. Yeah, that's a good trait for a police officer. Still, I'm sure it was him. I'd bet my badge on it. Let's just... But you don't know that for sure, do you? You never actually saw Detective Goodman's face. Well, I suppose you might say that. That is, if you must label people as being seen or not seen. Oh, since his face can't be identified in the video, only you can verify it. Oh, but why is everyone looking at me? If I had to label your stares as disturbing or...
Meekins.
Eek.
Having been shown a questionable video at best, we are not in the best of moods. Now please be more certain when you testify.
Yes, sir.
You claim the man who brandished a knife on you was Bruce Goodman. Tell us why you are positive it was him.
About these lockers, is there no other way to open them? No, sir. I tried all kinds of methods in the past. They only respond to registered fingerprints, sir. I wonder what kind of methods he's tried. If a man opened the locker's lock, which only responds to fingerprints, then you must be the person the locker was assigned to. Exactly my point, sir, and this too. So how do you know that information? I've heard rumors, sir, from people in the know, sir. People in the know? The worker in the department cafeteria, sir. They keep me informed. Oh my god. They also listen to my romantic troubles, sir. Aw, buddy. He's friends with I'm sure he was friends with the lunch lady, like, in grade school. He seemed like the type.
For the record, the open locker did indeed belong to Detective Goodman. I verified this information through a more reliable source.
So the victim opened the locker with his own fingerprint. Okay. Hold it. However, the most important detail is not shown in this video. The man's face. So, sir, if I may say something, sir. Please do. After all, you are the one being examined. I don't understand why the fake man's face is so important in this case, sir. I mean, it was his hand that opened the fingerprint lock. And it was his hand that tried to thrust his knife into my body, sir. My unsettled state can testify enough to this, sir. Yes, you have a point. The footage doesn't lie.
That is, unless the defense can find a problem with it.
Mr. Wright, let's check the court record again. Is there a problem with the security video? There's a problem. Let's double check though. Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna save. Okay. There is... What was... Okay, what's the problem though? I don't see his face. Wait, is it the time? It's gotta be the time. It's the time. There's a problem. So regarding the video contained on this tape, there's one thing in particular that seems rather strange. Strange? This contradiction leads to the possibility that the man may have not been Detective Goodman. What? This video contains such a contradiction?
Interesting, Your Honor. I have a proposal.
Yes, Mr. Edgeworth?
I propose we have the defense point out to us this alleged contradiction in the video.
He would want me to point it out. Very well. Proposal accepted. Let us further inspect this piece of evidence. Okay, I'm gonna save there. I know this is gonna take a few tries. Mr. Wright, please show us this contradiction you speak of. I have to point out a problem in the video. This is the first time I've ever had to do that. You can do it, Mr. Wright. It's set up so you can fast forward, rewind, or pause the video. Nice. Just take a good look and be sure to point out the right thing. Please don't play it too many times. I can't stand watching this video. Yeah. So how did this guy ever become a police officer? Now then, Mr. Wright, please enlighten us. Wait. Where is the contradiction that indicates the man may not be Detective Goodman? Hey. It's already open. It's already open. Is that it already? The thing that's strange about this video has got to be this. Officer Meekins. I can't believe I got it that quickly. I didn't even notice until this viewing. So, Officer Meekins. Sir? Do you mean me, sir? As I understand it, the locker apparatus works like this. Christ. When you grab the handle, a sensor reads your handprint. If it's a match, beep. The light turns on and the lock is released. According to my very limited experience, that's the way I understand it, sir. If so, then something's seriously wrong with this picture. It's already unlocked. That's why the glove fell. The glove was blocking it. So when he opened it, the glove fell on accident. I love how it's just like the full is like shaking, shuddering with effort. It reminds me of the, I forgot like the official name for it, but there's this robot that started off with, it's basically like a shovel arm, like an excavator arm, that shovels oil to itself over like that's how it works, you know. But when it first started, it was programmed just to do it, and when it first started, it was like happy, it was dancing, kind of in between mopping the oil back to itself. But to the current day, it doesn't do that anymore. It just mops. It is just like slowly, you know. And I'm like, oh, that's sad. Machinery with a sad personality. So let's rewind to a little earlier. So can we rewind a little faster? Yeah. So here, notice the light? What's this? It's already lit. It's lit, fam. I'm taking a screenshot of that. So precisely my point, Your Honor. The locker was already open before the victim grabbed the handle. Order. What's the meaning of this? It's very simple, Your Honor. The locker wasn't locked on the day of the crime. But the locker locks are controlled by an electronic system. When a door is shut, a sensor is triggered, and the locker is automatically locked. Oh, I know. It must have broken down. Ouch. Just that one? Of course, I'm not an expert in this. That's not likely, Your Honor. The sensor would detect and report any malfunction. Oh well, just goes to show novices should keep their mouths shut. So then, Mr. Wright, do you have an explanation? Me, Your Honor? Yes. Why wasn't the locker locked? Me, Your Honor? Yes, well, you see, this isn't exactly my field. What do you think, Miss Scientific Investigator? Oh. Huh? Oh, maybe something like jam the system sensor? Something jammed the sensor? Say. There's something else that seems to be out of place in this video. Yeah, the glove. Yeah, I thought so too. There's gotta be another clue somewhere in this footage. Oh no. Locker wasn't locked. Oh. Oh! Oh, hold on. Go back. Can I point at this? Oh. Haha. Got it. Please watch closely. This is the continuation of the part I showed you earlier. I'm so glad I don't have to watch this so many times. Something fell. What's this? Something white fell out of the locker. But sir, it's been my experience that things fall out when doors are opened. I often fall out and roll. Great distance. So we can't be sure that item wasn't completely inside the locker to begin with. What do you mean? The sensor triggers the lock when the door is shut. What if something was inserted, say, between the sensor and the door? Inserted? Okay, what are we? So, this white thing wasn't inside the locker. It was stuck between the door and the sensor! Oh, I understand now, sir. It's just like my tie. 2 out of 3 times it gets stuck in the door when I get out of my patrol vehicle, sir. They let this man drive. Instead of the door closing, my tie chokes me. But the object would have to be extremely thin to fit in the door. Not only that, it would have to block electrical currents. It was the rubber glove we found earlier. It would need to be an insulator. Yes, an insulator, but at the crime scene. There just might have been something that fits the description. But sir, by insulator, you don't mean... I think I've finally got this figured out. Very well. The defense will the defense please present the relevant evidence? What was this insulator that was stuck inside the locker door? The rubber glove. Filled with love. I found this near the locker. A thin rubber glove. But we can't be sure that wasn't in the victim's locker. It has a tag that says SL9 incident. Oh. The video seems to depict the victim opening the locker. But that isn't the case. The lit lamp attests to this. On the day of the crime, even I could have opened that locker. Is this not so, Officer Meekins? Sir, it would appear so, sir. Order, order, order. So are we to believe then that the victim, whom this witness stabbed in the evidence room, was not Detective Goodman? Do not be misled, Your Honor. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? The defense has merely demonstrated that possibility. That possibility and nothing more. The victim in the video is indeed Bruce Goodman. The prosecution will offer one more testimony to prove this. What? Officer Meekins, please testify about this. Sir? Me, sir? I'm not sure what you're referring to, sir. Oh, you mean that, sir? Of course, sir. Is this a joke? Very well, begin your testimony. Mystery Man Part 2. There's one other thing that proves the man was Detective Goodman, sir. To enter the evidence room, one must use their ID card. When an ID card is used, there is a record of it. At the time of the crime, the detective had used his card. Oh, an ID card record. I see.
I have the ID card record right here, Your Honor. The ID used at 5:14 is that of the victim.
But that's when Edgeworth got to the parking lot. Just before the crime? Yes, without a doubt, this is the victim's ID. However, one thing does strike me as unusual. Several hundred cases should have been due for transferal. Why were there so few people using this room?
This particular evidence room is only used for storing certain special cases.
Special cases?
Extremely violent cases involving police staff.
Just hearing that makes my hair stand on end. Me too, although it doesn't make much of a difference. His hair is already standing on end.
There were only a few cases up for transferal there, and most were cleared up by noon.
Right, I see. Now let's move on to the cross-examination. Okay. So, unlike your testimony, you believe this to be rock solid, do you? Yes, sir. Solid as a stone, sir. If my hand wasn't wrapped in bandages, I'd even give the V for victory, sir. Or victory sign, sir. Couldn't he just use his right hand for that? Let's hear him out fully. As we've seen, one never knows what he might say until the very last second. Okay. Is that card hanging from your neck? One of these ID cards? Yes, sir. This card next to my cuffs, sir. I keep it here so I won't ever forget it. But what if someone were to steal it from you, keeping it out in the open like that? Maybe I shouldn't wear it around my neck. Remember when I said 2 out of 3 times my tie gets stuck when I get out of my car? Well, the remaining time is my ID card that gets stuck. Aw, buddy. Instead of the door closing, my ID card chokes me. Maybe I should just leave this one alone.
At any rate, each police officer has only one ID card. Both the police department and the prosecutor's office can attest to this.
Please proceed with your testimony. Let it be noted that this is the record the witness referred to. Let me see. Yes, that would be it. Detective Goodman. What's the matter? According to this, Mr. Edgeworth, your name is on here. Yep.
So it is, Your Honor.
Not that prosecutor again. Hey, maybe he's behind all this. Being a prosecutor, you can find all the evidence. Mommy, is the man in blue a murderer?
Shh, don't stare at him.
You've got the wrong color, kid. It would seem the inquiry committee will want to speak with you again today.
I have nothing to be ashamed of regarding my actions or their consequences. For now, let us continue with the cross-examination.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth. It must be so difficult for him. So earlier, I believe you testified that when you asked the man to show his ID card, he pulled a knife on you. Yes, sir. He didn't show me any ID card, sir. Don't you think that's odd? I mean, if you had his ID card, all you had to do was show it to you. There wouldn't be any reason to draw a knife. But maybe he just panicked? Everything stems from contradictions. Let's point them out. Mr. Wright, what do you think? I'm confused. What? The problem with this ID card testimony is far too obvious. It's not like Edgeworth to miss something like this. You're thinking too hard about it. Come on, let's show him what we got. Here, I'm going to go to the restroom real quick. I will be right back. Alright, we're back. Alright, hold it. Okay. So unlike your earlier testimony, you believe this to be rock solid, do you? Yes, sir. Solid as a stone, sir. If my hand wasn't wrapped in bandages. Okay. Okay, couldn't he just use his right hand for that? Hear him out fully. Scene. God knows what he might say. One ID card is used. So let's save here. So we present the record, right? Oh, nope. Okay. At the time of the crime, the detective had used his card. So we present this now. No. No. Use this card. Do I present? Oh wait, that was it. Wait one moment, Officer Meekins. Here, let's... Okay. I'm not good at waiting, sir. I have the victim's ID card right here. I found it at the crime scene. That makes sense. When I say crime scene, I'm not referring to the evidence room at the police department. Oh, I mean the other crime scene. The underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office! Your Honor, I have one more piece of evidence to present. It's a very important clue regarding the victim's ID card. Lost item report? It's only half completed. But it shows that Detective Goodman had lost something on the day of the crime. Something important enough to fill out this report.
Let me guess. You believe this something to be his card, his ID card, right?
I can't say for sure, but there's a high probability. On the day of the crime, Detective Goodman was not carrying his card. Order. So now, what does this all mean? It can only mean one thing. It doesn't even require much thought. The man Officer Meekins encountered in the evidence room was not Detective Goodman, but rather the man who stole his ID card. Ooh. Order. Does the prosecution have a response?
I have only one thing to say to the defense. Bravo, Mr. Wright.
Bravo?
Allow me to summarize the defense's arguments. At 5:15 on the day of the crime, the man in the evidence room Officer Meekins encountered was not Detective Goodman. There are two grounds to support this. First, the locker in the evidence room was already unlocked. Second, the victim lost his ID card. Am I correct so far, Mr. Wright?
Yes. What's he up to?
That being the case, we must inevitably arrive at a single conclusion. If the victim in this video is a fake, then the murderer in the evidence room is also fake.
Oh, what could it be? Could it be fake? Could it be not?
In other words, the security camera does not show the instant of the murder.
That is, well, I guess that's right.
Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Only moments ago, you seemed content to be pointing your finger around.
This isn't going to end well. Oh.
Well, well, it seems you've finally realized.
It's just a prank. Yeah, it's just this YouTube channel prank.
Exactly what you've gone to such lengths to prove.
Explain yourself, Mr. Edgeworth.
The defense has already done the explaining for me. The victim in this video is a fake, which means a murder did not take place at the police department at 5:15 on the day of the crime.
So
the real crime could only take place at one location, the underground parking lot. At the prosecutor's office, the murderer being Miss Lana Sky, the defendant. The evidence is compelling. A trustworthy witness observed the moment the defendant used the murder weapon.
Uh-oh. I knew that testimony was way too shabby. It was all a trap from the beginning. The activity in the evidence room still leaves many questions unanswered. Who exactly was the victim Officer Meekins encountered? And where did this person disappear to? However, this trial's purpose is to examine only the murder of Detective Goodman.
Just so, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, you have to do something or else Lana... What do I do? How am I supposed to get out of this mess? Object! One moment, Your Honor.
What now, Mr. Wright? Don't tell me you're objecting to what you've just proven.
Of course not. But I almost walked right into the prosecution's trap.
What are you talking about?
This cross-examination has proven one thing and one thing only. Meekins is a moron. The security video did not show the actual murder. Nope. Yep. There's no dead bodies here. However, it cannot be said that it is unrelated to the murder in the parking lot. Specifically, large amounts of blood traces were found in the evidence room. The defense demands further examination into the truth of the matter. Mr. Edgeworth.
Yes, Your Honor. If this court were to examine this further, other witnesses will be necessary. Is the prosecution prepared? I'm sorry, Your Honor. The prosecution considered the incident at the police department to be unrelated. We have not prepared any other witnesses for this incident.
Oh. This just might be my chance. Time to call a certain Texas Ranger to the stand. Howdy, y'all. Mr. Wright, do you mean... Oh, sorry. Your Honor, the defense would like to request a specific witness.
Oh? Whom do you have in mind?
Someone we have reason to believe knows the truth. The truth behind the activities that took place in the evidence room.
The prosecution requests to hear this person's name before deciding whether or not to comply. Very well then, Mr. Wright. This person whom you would have testify, what is his or her name?
Officer Jake Marshall.
Why him?
I can't let Edgeworth know everything just yet. He's in charge of the evidence room. I feel we should hear what he has to say.
The prosecution agrees to the defense's request. Since he was responsible for guarding the room, we should hear his testimony. Fortunately, he works in the police department. We shouldn't need longer than 20 minutes to prepare. Very well. The court will take a 30-minute recess while the witness is subpoenaed. Will the prosecution please prepare the witness during this time? We will, Your Honor. Court is now in recess.
February 24th, 11:32 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2.
There's no stopping you, is there, Mr. Wright?
Huh? What do you mean?
You called for Jake Marshall. It seems you figured everything out.
I haven't figured anything out. Lana, you're the one who knows everything.
Emma,
you always know everything. Why don't you just tell us? Mr. Wright is trying his hardest to protect you.
I don't recall ever asking for his protection.
How can you be so cold? Don't you trust us? Don't you trust me? Aww. Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. Gumshoe. Jesus Christ, Gumshoe. Oh, yes I am. I'll come back later. Gumshoe. Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? You've got a lot of nerve, making a detective run around while on duty. And to top it off, you caught me here. I've seen happier people at funerals.
Sorry, Detective.
You better be, pal. Hey. Hey. I didn't see you there, Chief Prosecutor's guy.
That's okay. So, have you brought what I asked?
Oh. You mean this, right? Paperwork.
My apologies, Detective. Due to my present circumstances, I was forced to use Mr. Wright's name when making my request.
My name? Never in a million years would I have thought it was you who asked me. Could I bother you to bring me the SL9 incident files? I'll need them by noon. Talk about crazy. The SL9 incident? But Lana, that's... I thought Mr. Wright might need them, so I had them brought here. Here, you might do well to read them. I can't believe you, the chief prosecutor, were a witness in that case. Miss Sky was a witness? Oh. Got the files. Take from me. You don't want anything to do with serial murders. Oh, what? Now that I brought you your stuff, you're just gonna ignore me? Emma? But why? Why is your name in here? What? My name's in there? I don't know. Unless... No, it could be. Lana, the SL9 incident. Is that... It's the drugs? That's when they caught me. That's the classification number the police filed it under. 2 years ago, the rest of the world knew it as the Joe Dark killings. The Joe Dark? No, Lana. That's over with. No. Oh. Emma, oh, I was like, did she pass out? No, she just ran. Even worse. Well, actually, no. I feel like being unconscious would be worse than running away. You know what? I just remembered. I gotta be somewhere. Sorry, pal. I'm out of here. But I'm out of here. Audi 5000. Jake Marshall, Angel Starr, Damon Gant, Miles Edgeworth. Not to mention Lana and Emma. Everyone involved in this case is connected to those killings 2 years ago. This can't be just a coincidence. Oh? Knowing you just might be able to figure it out. Time to get back to the trial, Mr. Wright. Best of luck. I better take a good look at this file. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna end this here for today. Mostly because I have to wake up early in the morning tomorrow. I say early. But it's gonna be a big schedule change. I'm gonna be working part-time somewhere during mostly December. So it starts tomorrow. So I'll end things off here and end things off like I always do by saying good morning, good afternoon, good night, good luck, good riddance, and stay safe. And save twice for good luck. And I don't know what my schedule's gonna be, so I'll try to keep this time slot, you know, as best I can, because this is when I work best as well. But bye bye.